And strike 3 is called on the outside corner. Stowers just got thrown out of this game by Mark Wegner, who wasn't wasting a whole lot of time. He gave Kyle Stowers no wiggle room there. And now Clayton McCullough, you can't really argue balls and strikes. He might be behind him. It's not a bad call.
There's got to be a little wiggle room. I mean, I know he probably said something.
Clayton's about to go right behind him. Clayton's not going anywhere. And now he's gone. Yeah. Yeah, that was coming. So he can join Stowers in the clubhouse. But you know, I'll be very honest with you, Hut. I would love to come to the defense of the Marlins here, but I did not have a problem with the check swing called third strike on Marcy, and I certainly don't have a problem with that strike 3 call on Stowers.
Well, I think once we saw it, I think if the Marlins had challenges, had he challenged it, he would have been called out.
And Ramos sends it back into center field with some carry to the wall. And that ball is caught. Well, the Giants wonder if maybe there wasn't something that obstructed that fly ball.
I just don't see how you're going to.
Vic Carapazza, the crew chief. We've got
After
something
review,
up.
the call on the field stands. It is a catch. The runner is out.
Well, there you go. So the StatCast was inadmissible, and it is an out.
It just seems weird that the high home camera wouldn't. If you have all the technology they have in New York, you wouldn't be able to somehow see that.
So Frank Anderson gets tossed. That's Vic Carapazza. He doesn't care, apparently.
I don't care.
How do you not care? You got to care.
It's a bad look. Some lip reading moments, not reflecting all that well, I don't think, on the umpiring crew.
First pitch to Sal Stewart is back to the backstop. It was inside and low, and Stewart is barking at Chris Davinsky, the pitcher.
And Davinsky walked halfway to home plate to meet him in case he was going to come visit.
In their minds, they've got to decide whether anything was intentional there for whatever reason. Sal Stewart's a rookie, team big league games, and whoa, he got tossed. Wow, he got ejected. They have ejected Chris Davinsky. And Davinsky is marching off alongside umpire Jim Wolf and barking at him, and now he walks down the dugout steps, and out comes Don Kelly to find out what is going on here. We're getting a look at the replay right now. On TV, they're showing the replay of Sal Stewart digging in as the pitch clock is winding down. Davinsky was set and ready to go, and Stewart called time as the pitch clock
okay,
was
so it's
down to
nothing
12.
in the past. It was all about that right there.
They reset the clock, and Davinsky's pitch was waist high, and Stewart had to back away from it, but said something. His helmet went flying, and they determined that it was intentional, so they ejected the pitcher Davinsky.
0-2. Basayo will challenge. Did he get credit for it? He tried to challenge. Carlos Torres is now disallowed a challenge for both catchers.
I don't understand what Torres is doing. I mean, it's right in front of him.
He didn't allow a Shea Langoliers challenge in the bottom of the first and a 3-1 to Taylor Ward. He didn't allow a challenge from Samuel Basayo here. I think both teams have a right to be aggrieved. It seemed like both times the challenge was, if not instant, was very close to immediate.
I mean, it's within a second is what it looks like.
And Basayo's probably waiting to hear what the call is. He looked like he was ready to throw the ball around the horn thinking it was strike 3.
I mean, as an umpire, you got to be paying attention to the pitcher, the catcher, and the hitter. Every ball that comes towards home plate, you got to be watching.
Oh, actually, I think Carlos Torres just thrown somebody out of the game. And Craig Albernez is on the top step pointing at, is that Miguel Cairo, the Orioles infield coach? It is. Albie's trying to hold it back. Albie's still under the physical limitations, having been hit by a foul ball last month. So he's not supposed to be doing anything strenuous. And Mickey's out there kicking and flailing his arms. The former manager of the Nationals on an interim basis, Miguel Cairo, has just been run from this game.
I'd just soon let him go. Let him get his money's worth now.
That's the Orioles' second ejection this year. Craig Alvarez was ejected before he got in the face April 5th, and now Miguel Cairo will leave.
And McKinstry punches one to shallow left. On comes Melendez, but that's going to fall for a base hit. Workman late going to third, and he is out. And the Tigers are going to challenge the call.
I mean, if he gets too far and Melendez catches it, check his right hand. All right, does he get it in there? I thought he did. Yeah, I think he got in there. I do.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner's out.
That's pretty bad.
Whoa. AJ says it's right there.
It's not me.
It's not me, he says.
You're done.
AJ just got ejected. And you know what? If we have such a clear view of it, AJ Hinch is right here. Jordan Baker said it's not me. AJ Hinch is saying, I didn't tell you what you think I did. You told me.
Ground ball, third base. And they throw to third, and Churio is out. He took a step towards home.
Timeout. They want to talk about it, right?
Never allowed him an opportunity to get back to third.
Whether it stands or not, a heads-up play by the left side of that Twins infield.
They're going to give him home plate. Royce Lewis he was in the way. That is interference.
They got to give him a clean shot at the bag.
This isn't going to end well.
And Shelty out for an explanation, and you cannot review obstruction. And Shelty's been ejected. So the initial call from Baker was he was out, but then Baker, and he's the crew chief, he put his hands up and he brought over his peers. And obstruction was called, and nothing the Twins can do about it.
He does not go. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Laureano. Well, Gilbert was in cruise control through the first 3 innings, and now Dan Wilson is coming out. He is not happy at all about that call. Well, you do not see normally a lot of emotion out of the Mariners skipper. He is hot. Letting Chad Fairchild have it.
Well, there have been a couple of check swing, and none of them have gone Seattle's way.
Bench coach Manny Acta, former Major League skipper, trying to save his manager. And that's what he's saying. Dan Wilson is saying both of them. Mariners manager Dan Wilson has been ejected from this game.
Randy Rosarena sends this one off the left field wall, and now interference is called on Antonacci. They're going to throw it at the plate.
What are they doing?
And called out, but now the umpires are going to get together because interference was called, and Will Venable, he's not having any of this. Because this has been a mess.
We'll see you later. Will's about to see you later on this one.
Couple of bizarre plays. It was after the lead runner rounded second and made contact with Antonacci on his way to third.
We've had obstruction around second base on the runner, and that hindered the runner from being able to score, and we're going to score that run.
Well, Venable, now he does get tossed. We could tell it was back-to-back plays that were just fumbled. That did not make sense, and Will Venable not having any of it.
Yeah, it's a good one to get run on if you're Will Venable. Absolutely, 2 calls go against the White Sox back-to-back.
7 strikeouts. Volpe goes, throw to second. Got him. And Volpe looks back towards the dugout. So take a look at that.
It looked like he had a great jump. It looked like the throw was on the other side of second base. I'd be very surprised. This must have been a quick tag. And Aaron Boone said enough's enough. A weird slide. He got both feet going in the bag at the same time.
Call on the field stands. The runner's out. New York will lose their challenge.
Line drive to left center field, and Varsho says he has it, and the third base umpire, Brennan Miller, agrees. Miller says it's an out, and the defense is coming off the field, so that is the end of the inning.
Well, between innings, Aaron Boone thrown out of the game, so Brad Ausmus will manage the rest. So Brennan Miller is the one who made the out call, and Boone goes, nice job, and he does not have a challenge because remember he challenged the play at second on Volpe, which Brendan Miller also made that call, so he couldn't challenge that catch by Varsho. And he was very demonstrative in the dugout. Brendan Miller was looking in the dugout and threw him out. And then Boone got his money's worth. And remember, we remind you what we said earlier, Brendan Miller is the guy who was the receiving end of the Savages in the box.
Yeah, this was not a typical Paul Skeens start with a contact. Saw multiple balls over 100 miles an hour.
Challenge. Oh, somebody just got tossed to the Pirate dugout. And it might be Murphy, Bill Murphy, because it looked like there was discussion of whether they're going to allow Davis a chance to challenge.
Yeah, I don't think Alan Porter saw Henry Davis challenge the pitch there in that situation, and he was asking Jim Wolf out at second base if they saw Henry Davis challenge, which they concurred they did.
And they are letting Davis challenge. ABS powered by T-Mobile. But Bill Murphy has been ejected.
Ball's overturned. Pittsburgh has 2 remaining.
Pirates pitching coach. I think Murphy was not happy maybe that it wasn't called a strike initially. I don't know. But you don't see that very often.
I think he was frustrated with Alan Porter.
Uh-oh. He's telling somebody else to quiet down now. And now Don Kelly's tossed. Don Kelly was trying to tell him he didn't say anything. Don Kelly might get his money's worth now with Alan Porter.
Well, I think so. I think without a doubt he's going to get his money's worth, Brownie. I mean, there's a little bit of a history here. If memory serves me, it was Alan Porter that threw out Davinsky, and then Donnie Kelly had to serve that suspension on a pitch that was thrown inside to Sal Stewart of the Cincinnati Reds. Didn't even hit him.
Oh, man. 96 chin music, and it clipped Connor Griffin.
And the umpire didn't notice it.
Griffin is going right to first base. The Pirates will challenge it.
Yeah, like when you almost get hit up in the face.
Connor Griffin's not going to just drop the bat and go to first unless he knows he was hit.
No. Oh, that was the bill of the cap,
The
Brian.
double clip, my goodness.
Was that the bill of the helmet?
Had to be.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The batter was not hit by
Wow.
the pitch. Will return
That
to
is
bat.
brutal.
Pittsburgh loses their challenge, and the count is 1-0.
Just brutal.
I wonder if they look at the seams of the baseball.
Donnie Kelly just got tossed. Don Kelly ejected.
Yeah, they just, once it goes to review, they just don't want to hear anymore. And I understand the frustration if I'm Donnie.
But he's saying that the umpire's like, why? You don't even need to review it.
Davis framed that ball so well that he fooled his pitcher. Kevin's got a challenge here. He did. And Kevin not particularly happy. Are they arguing that Dansby or somebody indicated that he should challenge, that he got some help there? And Craig gets tossed. Icing on top of the cake.
Well, we're waiting to see when this standoff is eventually going to end. Brett Suter and Chase Silseth have been out there for, I don't know, 7-8 minutes since the national anthem. And that's what's going on over on the Rays side. DJ Kitty has now entered the picture with Raymond. And now Chase Silseth is peeled off. Suter is still on as we are awaiting the start of this game. And the umpires have taken matters into their own hands.
Might have been tossed out of the game. They got tossed.
Lance Barrett says, see you later.
Lau is going to challenge this. And Alex Tosi denied the challenge from Brandon Lau.
No, that is no way.
He went to his helmet immediately.
He went immediately. Yeah, and that is frustration. Oh, no. Who did they just toss out of the game? Brandon Lau?
There's no way that you can eject a player for that.
That's bad taste all the way around.
I mean, that's taken the game in changing the potential outcome.
Rounded right side. Tatis will go to second. They'll get one out there. Good slide by Cruz to make sure no throw could come to first, and the Nats have tied it here in the 7th. RBI fielder's choice grounder for Drew Millis, and it's 3-3. If Dylan Cruz interfered.
The safe call at second base.
Right.
The previous
they
play
called
is under
him
review.
safe.
All right, so he goes into second base. Is he on it or was he not? Was his heel touching? I thought from the first replay that we saw that his foot was all over it. right there. I thought his foot was on it.
So did I.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
There we go.
And Craig Stammen trying to get it. Confirmation here. You're not really allowed to come out and discuss this, but they're giving him a little leeway. He's not animated by any means. Yeah. He's saying his foot is not on the base, and he's saying his foot was on the base, but so it's a fielder's choice and an RBI. He's arguing that it's a force play, but what Bellino was telling him, he's going to toss it. So Craig Stammen's been tossed for the first time. Stammen was saying it's a force play, it's a force play, and then he kept saying, well, his foot wasn't on the bag. He's got to touch the bag on a force play.
Right. And in Bellino's judgment, his foot was not in contact with the bag. That's the call.
New York's judgment,
right,
as well.